Hello, welcome to another sourdough recipe. Today we are doing sourdough French bread. In this recipe, I'm going to begin with my starter and some dry yeast. I have 1 teaspoon of an active dry yeast, and I am adding half a teaspoon of sugar and a little bit of warm water. I will mix it together and let it rest so the yeast has time to activate while I prepare my starter. I am measuring 100 grams of an active sourdough starter. I also need 280 grams of warm water, but I have also used a little bit of that water in my yeast. I will mix my starter and water together until the starter is dissolved and also combine my yeast that is now active. Now I need to measure 500 grams of bread flour. I need 10 grams of salt and 15 grams of sugar. My final ingredient is 25 grams of olive oil. Now I can combine these ingredients with my liquids. I need to mix until all of the flour is absorbed. Cover and give it a 15-minute rest. And now that the flour has had time to absorb the water, I will work on kneading the dough very thoroughly to combine all of the ingredients. If you've been enjoying any of my videos and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to share more of my recipes and travel adventures with you. I really enjoy making my own bread. This way I know what all of the ingredients are, and I am not worried about consuming all of the dough softeners and preservatives that are in a store-bought bread. I need to let this rest for 30 minutes. Making any type of sourdough bread requires doing a series of stretching and folding the dough, which is what I am doing here. Again, let it rest. The stretching and folding builds structure to the dough. The resting gives time for the starter and the yeast to feed on the flour and build pockets of air into the dough. Once again, let it rest. Look how smooth the dough is and the air pockets. This is exactly what we want at this stage. This is the final time I will do stretch and fold. Now I will give it a short bulk ferment resting time of 1 to 2 hours because the yeast in this recipe will give it a faster rising time. I am now ready to shape my dough into the French bread loaf. I will actually get 2 loaves out of this recipe. At the end of the video, you will notice how the sourdough starter will give the bread little pockets of air, but the yeast will allow for a slightly tighter, softer crumb, kind of like a regular sandwich style of bread. Since my dough is a little on the sticky side, I'm adding a little flour to my mat so I can roll the dough into shape. If you've been enjoying my video, let me know in a comment. And what is your favorite style of bread? I've been enjoying making this series on sourdough, and I'm excited to share more recipes that are coming soon. These loaves are definitely coming along. I will allow them to rest for 20 to 30 minutes while I am preheating my oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I will score the loaves and bake with a pot of hot water in the oven for 15 minutes. Remove the water and reduce my oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit for another 20 minutes. Those look so beautiful. I like to rub a little butter over each loaf as soon as they're out of the oven. Of course, it's optional, but it adds a little buttery flavor and gives the bread a little shine. If you try this recipe, I know you'll love it.